Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for stopping by the channel for another video today. This is going to be just a quick and easy pickups video. We're going to look at this stack here, probably between a half dozen and a dozen recent pickups. I've done a lot of more involved videos lately, some video responses for hobby buddies, or that video that I just did on the Pittsburgh Penguins trio of superstars. And so thought it might be fun to just get on here and do something a little bit less involved and just pull some cards out of my recent mail and take a look. And we're going to start with one from the relatively newly released 2023 Topps Stadium Club set, which actually came out in January of this year. And this continues to be my favorite modern brand as far as the photography goes, and I know many feel the same way. And so I love to look over the checklist every year and target some parallels of singles that really stand out to me. And I have here a members only of the Doc Gooden card. Check this out. These are, again, case hits, members only, one per case, and they parallel the entire set. And I love this one because of the image. And I think others have commented on this, I'm sure, as well. I'm not first to the market on this at all, but this is a very similar, if not the same image as used on a box topper of Gooden that I have from the 1980s. And love this image. It's just a great shot, and I really dig these case hit members only parallels. This was, I think, around $12. I don't remember the prices for all the cards we're going to look at today, but very, very reasonable, and just a great addition to my Stadium Club collection. Gooden is not somebody that I super collect or anything like that, but in fact, I have very few of his cards, but just a case where the image, really spoke to me. Next up, I have the lone soccer card in this group. It's going to be mostly baseball today, but I had to pick this one up. I thought of it recently because Erling Haaland, who's just a beast on the pitch for Manchester City, he had a 5-goal game in the Champions League a week or two back, and it wasn't his first. And I got to looking to see if there was any cards available. I think it might have actually been the FA Cup, not the Champions League, now that I say it. But I got to looking to see if there were any cards available to commemorate that feat, and I couldn't find any, but I did find this card from a previous 5-goal game that he did have in the Champions League. So this is from the Topps Now UEFA Champions League set. I grabbed 2 copies of it, and I just love that he is holding up, a hand with 5 fingers there just to denote the 5-goal performance. It is insane in modern soccer to be talking about anybody scoring 5 times in a game. But when you consider that it happened in the case of this card in arguably the best league in the world, one of them anyway, the UEFA Champions League, that is just crazy. And this is not an expensive card. I think these were under $3 a piece. And who knows, I'll maybe put one in my Soccer Z folio and then send another off for grading or something like that down the line. But just a cheap addition to the modern soccer collection there. And then going back to baseball, this is a duplicate here. This is a card that I have certainly shown on the channel before, but I just can't get enough of it. And if I find it at the right price, like I did here, I will gladly grab a double. And it is the 2022 Topps Gilded Collection Satchel Page. And I've talked many, many times about my love of this set. And this is the first year that they did it in 2022. And I just really adore this Page card. It's a great image. It's kind of like almost a color match with that sepia toned photo and the gilded design with all that gold. This card just looks fantastic. I think the first year of gilded, especially these 2022s, are somewhat starting to dry up. I'm having a harder and harder time finding them at decent prices. So when this one surfaced recently, this is the base card, which are numbered to 99. You can see this is copy 12 of 99. This surfaced recently for around the cost of a blaster, $25 or best offer. I think I shot my offer out for $20 even, and it was accepted within an hour or two. So added another copy of the 2022 Gilded Satchel Page. Now we're going to go way off the tracks here and look at a non-sport buyback card. This is from the Topps American Pie set, which came out, I think, between 10 and 12 years ago now. And they did buybacks of all kinds of non-sport cards from earlier Topps releases. And I found this one, or I don't know actually if this is a buyback or maybe just a foil stamped card, but Either way, this one pays tribute to the Partridge Family. An electrifying performance. Now, I am not a fan of the Partridge Family as far as my musical tastes go, but I picked this up for a personal reason, and it's actually touched on the back of the card, but you can see they were loosely based on a family, the Cowsills, who were actually from Rhode Island. It was, I think, 6 brothers and sisters who all sang together, and then maybe the mother later joined in as well. But so they're well known around Rhode Island, and my mother's maiden name was Cowsill. She grew up in Rhode Island, and she is actually related to that family. Not closely, never met any of them or anything growing up, but I just love the back of this card referencing that. And I really dig the image on the front, even though I'm not necessarily, like I said, a fan of this group. I just thought it was a cool music card for the collection. So there's that one. That was, I think, $1 and change. Cheap pickup here. I got 3 left, all on the baseball front. The first is a 2024 Topps card. Bought my first single from the release, and it's the Mookie Betts Gold. I love the gold cards, serial numbered to year of release. Been a big fan of these for a long time. And I have a nice Mookie Betts run going, so I wanted to grab the 2024 to continue that run. But I paid up a little bit for this copy, and I'm curious your opinion on this if you want to leave a comment on whether I overpaid or not. I paid $10 for this, which I probably could have gotten it for half that price or even a little bit less. But there's a reason I went for this card specifically, and I know it's cheesy and kind of gimmicky, but I'll admit it got me. And this is, the reason being, this is copy number 1 of 2024, the first gold off the print line, 0001. And I think of all the Topps gold serial numbered cards in my collection that are numbered to the year of release like this, the flagship Topps Gold, which has existed for almost 25 years now, more than 20 years. This is the only one I have that is the first copy off the print line. And of course, he had an amazing 2023 campaign that's illustrated on the back here, complete with a league-leading 8.4 WAR. So really cool and cheap, somewhat cheap addition to the Mookie Betts collection there. Just love the uniqueness of that serial number. Then I have a vintage baseball card next, and one of 2 graded cards in today's episode. Picked this one up thanks to some inspiration by my buddy Adam over at Splendid Sports here on YouTube. He has a great copy of this card that he showed off a while back, and it got me looking. It is the 1968 Topps, the burlap set, Bob Gibson. Of course, Gibson had a season for the ages in 1968. And this very well may be the card that represents 1968 in my 1-year challenge that I do for my PC, where I try to find the one card that is most representative of the actual baseball season for each year, 1952 to present. And I just love this card. The image is fantastic. The burlap hides a lot of issues, so I tried to find one that just had good centering with a low grade and a really nice eye appeal. There's a little bit of a surface crease. You can see right here to the right of the St. Louis on his cap, which is why this one got a 3. But when you hold it at arm's length or even a few inches away like this, it's just a gorgeous copy of this card. And it was dirt cheap. I picked this one up. This is probably the one I've had the longest of everything we're looking at today, but I want to say this was below the $40 price point, already slabbed up. Looks great with that PSA flip and the red of the Cardinals. Just fantastic. A really, really nice Bob Gibson card. He's someone who I want better representation of in my collection, so that was an easy addition and kind of a no-brainer. And with apologies to my terribly miscut Hank Aaron, we'll put Bob up here in the background. And then the last card is related to, and the reason why we have these 2 Shohei Ohtanis up in the background here. So I showed those recently. That's a pair of Independence Day parallels, numbered to 76 from 2023 Topps. And I love that he got a card showing both of his skills, card number 17 pitching and number 600 hitting. But it got me to thinking, with that being his MVP year, it would be really cool to get the National League MVP also on the Independence Day design from 2023. And believe it or not, the copy that I found that was most reasonably priced out there is from a grading company that I've never heard of before, ISA Grading, which stands for International Sports Authentication. So bear that in mind. I mean, I didn't buy this because of the grade. I just wanted the card. But here it is. the Ronald Acuna Jr. 2023 Topps Independence Day. I love that image, and really cool just to line this one up and complete my sort of MVP collection for the year 2023, all on the Independence Day parallels, numbered to 76. Got copy 40 of 76 here on the Acuna. So this was a cheap card, again, definitely under $50, and I think it was even under 40. It's a 10 gem mint. That means nothing to me. I don't really trust this grading company, but I also don't care. I just wanted this to go alongside those two Shoheis, and I think those three cards representing the two MVPs of last year just look fantastic on that matching Independence Day parallel. So that's the final card in today's mail day. Managed to keep it at around the 10-minute mark. Hope you enjoyed some of these, and I really appreciate your time as always. I'll be back very soon, but until then, I hope everybody's enjoying the hobby. Take care.